Pakistan stay alive in the T20 World Cup 2022. They have beaten South Africa by 33 runs via the Duckworth-Lewis method in Sydney. Shadab Khan, the star, with 50 and 2 wickets. Shaheen Afridi's 3-wicket burst, as well as Naseem Shah's brilliant penultimate over, has ensured Pakistan have moved to third in the points table. India are now on top, South Africa are in second, Pakistan are in third. So in the T20 World Cup of 2022, every side has tasted defeat. There is not a single side now who is undefeated. So that is the latest update that we have from Sydney, a rain-shortened game like what we saw in Adelaide. This became a 14-over affair, and that is why Pakistan held the edge. When the match was reduced to 14 overs thanks to a 50-minute rain delay, South Africa needed 73 in the last 5 overs. And it was a very uphill task. Tristan Stubbs tried in his own way to ensure that. And here's Harsha, by the way. And needless to say, Harsha, Pakistan, this is just
alive, right?
Yeah, this is just what the T20 World Cup wanted, isn't it?
Absolutely. And I think we already have 2 teams eliminated. Good that, there's just no more teams eliminated. The competition stays alive. It stays interesting. The thrill of the competition remains. And Pakistan anyway are a team you want to stay in the competition. So they're unpredictable. We saw again a very unpredictable performance today, didn't we? With the kind of start that they got. Again 43 for 4 at one stage. Then the resurrection being led by
Iftikhar and Shadab. What a knock. I mean, Shadab was the game changer in more ways than one. He hit a 50 of 20 balls and then got those 2 wickets of Temba Bavuma and Aiden Markram.
Same over in a span of three balls.
Yeah, when they had just had a partnership, he dismissed Bavuma and Markram. So that is why South Africa were well and truly behind the 8 ball from the very beginning. And when the DLS method came and when the target was set 14 overs 142, you knew that it was even beyond South Africa, even if they had David Miller, who was, by the way, not there.
Well,
now,
if South Africa would have ever missed David Miller, it was perhaps today.
Perhaps today, yes. But Pradeep, does Pakistan have a chance now? Absolutely.
Absolutely do. Absolutely. They're well and truly alive. They're third now on the points table.
Third on the points table, and their net run rate. Very, very important. Pakistan's net run rate now is
better than
India. I'm just waiting.
Yes, we're still waiting for the exact numbers to
we are just waiting for that.
And yes, we will definitely be telling you what the exact net run rate looks
Indeed.
like.
I mean, 108 for 9.
This in many ways puts pressure on India as well. Just in some way though, yes, as far as India go, all you need to do is win the game against Zimbabwe and you're through to the semis. But again, India would be wanting to ensure that, they get a big win as well. Some sort of pressure, not a lot. Just a little bit of pressure there on Rohit Sharma.
So now the situation is very simple, folks. Okay, for India and South Africa when it comes to qualification. India has to win against Zimbabwe. Clear cut.
You win, you're in.
You're in, yes. South Africa, if they beat the Netherlands, they are through. If they lose to the Netherlands, they are out. Pakistan, on the other hand, have to beat Bangladesh
and hope.
Yes.
And hope. So Pakistan more than, so their involvement in this World Cup, as has been the case over the last 3-4 days for them, isn't just, on the field. There's a lot that they're hoping that happens in their favor as well. So they want India to lose. They also want South Africa to lose as well. So either of those things happen, Pakistan remain in the hunt. But if both South Africa and India win their respective games, well, the 2 teams are definitely going to be playing. So
that is the situation. India beats Zimbabwe, South Africa beat Netherlands. They are out. Pakistan is out of the tournament.
And let's just, touch base on one topic that Siddharth really likes talking a lot about, which is the rain affair with South Africa. You really love that topic, don't you?
I really love that topic because it's part of cricketing folklore.
Folklore now.
And now for the 4th consecutive time, if I may say the 3rd consecutive time, 1992 Sydney, 2003 Durban, now 2022 Hobart.
Hobart as well, yes. Well, they'd be hard, feel hard done by, they had everything going their way in that game at Hobart as well.
Yep.
They'd almost done everything.
They
that you
needed
could have-
13 of the next 4 overs.
Exactly.
But the rain was too heavy, and that is why that didn't happen.
And for all of you tuning in right now, watching us on Sports Today, keep those questions coming in. We'll try our level best to answer
Yep.
all of your questions as well.
Anupam Das is asking also weather forecast for India versus Zimbabwe. At Melbourne, the worst of the rain is over.
Is over.
There is not much of a rain threat for India's Zimbabwe. But somebody asked me what about if South Africa next match washed out, then it will have to rely on Pakistan or Bangladesh not winning by a massive margin.
Yeah.
Because if India beats Zimbabwe, South Africa will still get to 6 points.
Yep.
If that game is washed out against the Netherlands. So then Pakistan and Zimbabwe or Bangladesh should not win by a massive margin.
Alright, another question
Pradeep,
with regards to this scenario coming
What happens if Ind versus Zimbabwe is rained out? Wait 1 minute. What if Ind versus Zimbabwe match is rained out? SA versus Netherlands rained out? Okay, he wants rain
Alright, this
in
is
both.
another scenario altogether.
Yep. If Ind versus Zimbabwe gets rained out, they get 7. India gets 7. They are anyway through. Because either one of Bangladesh or Pakistan can only get to 6 points. So if India versus Zimbabwe gets washed out, India are through to the semi-finals. If South Africa versus Netherlands is washed out, then either of Bangladesh or Pakistan should not win by a massive margin.
In fact, since it is very good with doing the arithmetic here, I'll just elaborate Pradeep's question. What if Pakistan's game also, in many ways, if that's also rain affected?
Then it doesn't make a difference,
difference.
because see, Pakistan can only get to 5. They have to
5.
get to 6
Exactly.
to ensure they have a chance. Bangladesh, on the other hand, their net run rate is the worst in the whole group now. So
All but out. That's
all
what
but
can
out.
be
Yes.
said for Bangladesh.
If Pakistan beats Bangladesh and if India loses to Zimbabwe and South Africa beat the Netherlands, then India are out.
Then they're out. But again, why a very, very unlikely scenario? These are not. Again, it's cricket. Anything can happen.
Anything
but,
can happen, yes.
You're facing a Zimbabwe, and you'd back this Indian team. It's high on confidence. It's taking most boxes, and as far as India go, again, destiny in their own hands.
Yes.
The South Africans would like to believe the same for
if
themselves.
South Africa
as well.
loses next match, but suppose they are playing the Netherlands, if they lose that, they're out.
They're out. But Pakistan need to win as well. Let's not forget.
No, either of Bangladesh or Pakistan, they'll get to 6 anyways.
6 anyway. That's true.
One of the teams will guaranteed get to 6
Get
points.
to 6. Yeah. So Pakistan on 4 right now.
Yeah, Bangladesh are also on 4.
On 4.
South Africa are on 5.
So
India are on
of
6.
sorts.
Yes, we'll have an eliminator
of
now.
sorts. Yeah.
Tomorrow, we will see which of New Zealand and Australia seal their spot in the semi-finals. Because remember, even now, it's November 3. With 3 more days to go, we still don't have a semi-finalist. No team from either group.
From either group.
Yes, I think every team is like they have got the Lucknowi Avadi culture. Pehle aap, pehle aap, pehle aap. So I guess it's like that. So South Africa botched up their chance. And remember, this is the 21st century we are in.
Yep.
South Africa have never beaten Pakistan in a World Cup. I'm saying World Cup, I'm not including the Champions Trophy. T20 or an ODI World Cup, Pakistan has never lost to South Africa. Be it the 2009 T20 World Cup semi-final, 2010 T20 World Cup, the Super 6 stage, 2012 the Super 6 league stage, then you have the 2015 ODI World Cup, 2019 ODI World Cup, now the 2022 T20 World Cup. 6 events, 6 losses, and each time South Africa have lost, their campaign has taken a turn for the worst. Last time South Africa beat Pakistan in a major ICC event was the 2013 Champions Trophy. And since then, Pakistan have beaten them in the 2017 Champions Trophy also.
As well, yeah.
So, the Proteas seem to be, unfortunately, dipping at the wrong time. Rain, DLS,
Well, but
worst enemy for South Africa.
should we be saying that they're dipping or it's a sinking ship? That's what we've seen in matches and in the business end of major tournaments with South Africa. They sink just when you want the ship to stay afloat, to be just weathering all the conditions. But
two very unpredictable teams.
That's exactly. With
See, South Africa and Pakistan, their fans deserve to have
With-
nerves
with
and
South
hearts of
Africa, you
steel.
can say they've been hard done by as well at times historically in key games as far as
The Proteas need to take a leaf out of their much more contemporary rivals, the Springboks. The Springboks are the anti-chokers. They have never lost to the final whenever they have come in the Rugby World
Absolutely.
Cup. 3 times, 3 World Cup wins. They have lost in the semi-finals though. But the Rugby Springboks are the greatest team that is there when you compare it with the All Blacks. So South African cricket sometimes needs to take a leaf out of their book and ensure that it is done. South Africa last match will wash out. Well, the weather forecast for Adelaide is actually not that bad. It's good actually. It's sunny
and the
weather.
drainage system over there, even if it is supposed to rain, and like we saw yesterday as well, the drainage system at that
Yes.
stadium is extremely
Yep.
it's state of the art, so to
Yes.
say. And even though if we do lose some overs, you can expect, or if there is a bit of a break over there, you can expect play to resume because of the kind of
Yeah.
infrastructure that you have
So
over there.
Vikas Jaiswal, nothing is finalized yet. So we now head into the last 3 days of the league stages. Number 1,
And still, dare I say, still
tomorrow.
no semi-finalists.
Tomorrow,
with us.
if New Zealand beat Ireland, they'll be the first team to qualify for the semi-finals. First team, because their net run rate is supreme.
Yep.
Australia, if they beat Afghanistan, they will have to wait on the England versus Sri Lanka result. That is on November 5th. November 6th, you will have the final triple header and all the games that are there in Group 2. South Africa versus the Netherlands, followed by Pakistan versus Bangladesh, that is taking place at the Adelaide Oval.
Right.
And the final league game of the T20 World Cup, India versus Zimbabwe at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. So we'll probably get an idea of who are our first semi-finalists tomorrow.
In all likelihood, we
yeah.
will. In all likelihood.
So that will be like no washouts predicted for the time being. The last washout which we predicted would happen would be the Sydney Cricket Ground, Pakistan, South Africa, but that has not happened. So that is all. We are all set for a blockbuster 3 days wherein we'll know finally who our semi-finalists are. India, if they finish on top, they may play England or New Zealand in the semi-final. New Zealand
Either.
look more likely
Still
because
don't
of
know.
their net run
Anything
rate.
could happen.
Yep.
Anything could happen.
Ireland could beat New Zealand. Remember, if Ireland
But
beats
India,
New Zealand.
India now in a very strong position to finish as group toppers.
Yes.
That
yes.
is something which seemed unlikely going into this match given the form that South Africa enjoyed. But now India likely to be group toppers as well.
Yes, India could be group toppers. And remember, if Ireland beat New Zealand, the Kiwis are out.
Absolutely.
Afghanistan, if they beat Australia, the defending champions are out. And that is the way how Sri Lanka and England will make their way to the semis. But again, since England and Sri Lanka play each other, Sri Lanka must beat England.
Again, a virtual knockout for them as well.
Them. But
Because
Sri Lanka are in a tougher group.
in a tougher group, in a tougher situation as well.
Very brutal game indeed, Yadu Vinayak. Very, very brutal game. So we will take your leave and we will be back for more updates from Sports Today. Press the like, comment and share button. We are also there on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. And from Harshit and me, it's good evening. Bye-bye. We'll see you later.